That's it. I'm over my boss not supporting me. I want a new job. This was a client recently. So how was her boss not supporting her? Her boss reminded her of her high school teacher who embarrassed her when she gave a speech. So it's Joe and Joss from State of You.
So this is an example of the unseen things that trigger us all at work and at home. As a leader, it can be really tricky to figure out what's triggering you, let alone what's triggering your staff, or even how to help them.
Yeah. And we all get triggered or activated at work. But why do we do it? It's what's in you that gets you triggered, or in the people around you that gets them triggered or behaving like they do. That's the key thing to explore.
So, for example, maybe as a child, you were told you weren't good enough. So you're really easily triggered when someone gives you feedback that feels like they don't think you're good enough. Or as a child, someone put down your ideas. This now holds you back from sharing at meetings your wisdom or ideals.
And when you're interacting with your team members as a leader, there's all those unseen parts in each of the team that lead them to being triggered, their nervous system's going into overdrive, or them being activated. And it's what gets people responding or reacting or behaving or showing up as they do.
So as a leader, you need to recognize these in yourself before you can support your team to recognize what's hidden in them. Much like putting on your own oxygen mask on a plane first.
Yeah. So by now you might be feeling a bit uncomfortable or squirmy, thinking about how you might be overreacting or getting upset or snappy. But what's really helpful is finding what's at the core of these.
So when we talk about people wearing a mask, like putting a mask on or their armor goes up, we need to explore what's actually leading to that, not just the superficial, what's immediately happening in the situation, but what are the core beliefs or experiences that led them to perceive the situation to be that way. Often these can date way back, well before they joined you in your organization.
Much like the person we talked about at the beginning. So choosing to look at what's behind that mask can make a massive difference to the relationships, the connections at work, understanding other people's behavior, their reactions, and the dynamics at play.
So as a leader, when you courageously choose to look at this yourself, you open up this space and this trust for others to do the same, and to support each of your team members to feel not only supported, but engaged, valued, belonging, and help with a whole overall more positive culture.
Yeah. So take a moment to think about what seems to be your triggers at work, and then step back to look at them, what's triggered them. And it might be your upbringing, it might be other experiences, but sometimes it helps to recall the first time you ever felt like that.
So as you explore this in you, you might be able to notice what's triggering your team and even what's behind that. So let us know in the comments what triggers and underlying causes you're noticing in your team.